for liftoff. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Houston ready to put it deep and get this game going. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. First down here for the offense. Gonna run it. It's Ali. He breaks a tackle. At the 35, he's open. He's loose. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
This guy is really unique. Top 5 in the country running the football right now, and I love the way this offense gets him involved. They're able to move him around a little bit. They change up the schemes, but the big key every week, get him the ball, let him go to work.
At the 20, he's got space. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Now they're going to throw it. Let's it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Sun Devils. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. First down here for the offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Makes a grab over the middle. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Leaves it with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He rifles one deep to the left. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown, Cougar! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
That last completion sets them up on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
From the gun, the running back has it. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit, too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
When you got 3rd and this long, everybody knows what's coming. It's going to be a pass. Defensive linemen get to tee off. They know exactly what's coming. Go get the quarterback. It is your dream. That is what you live for. It's what you practice in the offseason for. I want sacks just like that.
Houston sending the offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
The option look. He'll toss it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And after the loss on that last one, an all-important 2nd down play from the 12. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. A strike downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, This guy struggled the last time out. He knew he had to get back in the film, get back to the practice field, and work on some things. And I think he did some good work because he's already thrown for more yards in this first quarter than he did his last time out.
Looking to move it through the air. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Coming after him. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. They're bringing heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll throw it on first down. Makes the grab down the middle. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quick completion to the right. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
It's third down, and the line to gain is the 36. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you can tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
The Sun Devils will have it first and 10. Give to the back. Shakes off the tackler. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
At the 5-yard line. Brings up second and goal.
See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Snap it to the back. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming down. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona State. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Clock now inside 4 minutes as we're getting later in the first half. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down in inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He wants to throw. Trying to get to him. He looks that one in nicely. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He slings it deep to the left. And the ball is picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Ali. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Gets it out quickly. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Stewart.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? We're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
Incompletion on 1st down. Now they face a 2nd and 10 from the 31. Quarterback now on the run. Still looking. Got him downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils! They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Tosses to the quarterback. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And that is a heck of a play by that defender knocking that ball away, David. It looked like that had explosive play at minimum, touchdown written all over it. He was able to show the catch-up speed and knock it.
And that pass picked off. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sun Devils will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. comes the Houston offense once again. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. You know, this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Quarterback checking off.
Get set, get set. Squirrel, squirrel.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got his man downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Goes to the option. The pitch. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5.
Cricket. Timber.
He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Dumps it to the back. Got his man on the right. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Quick strike complete. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Cougar. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down. This is a great start to getting back in this ball game.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but, David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tighter, cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll go to the ground. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Looking to throw for it. Working that left side now. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Afterburners coming. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
And the Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. Fast motion from the offense. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Caught in the backfield, it's Ali. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And the Sun Devils trying to cash it in on first and goal. Motion from the offense. Wants to go up top. Using the quick game. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in week 10. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Oklahoma is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up 14 over Old Dominion. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Quarterback will audible. He's back to throw on 2nd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it down the right side. Oh, look out. There he goes. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe, as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they liked.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Right back to the well. Still on his feet at the 45. Got a lot of running room. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
You want to know why this offense runs the football a lot? Because you got a guy that's top 5 in college football in rushing. You give him the football, and he'll continue to make plays. I imagine they're going to keep feeding him because he keeps putting up productive numbers. Leaves it with the back.
They get him after he picked up 5 and got him inside the red zone down to the 16.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Gets it out fast. Powers through the defender. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up first and goal.
Arizona State 31, Houston 21.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. A first down run in the red zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. Getting set for the point after. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. He's not Knocked down in the backfield, he'll lose a couple.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Working that left side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And, David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Fires to the wideout. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
I'll be honest, man, if I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. He's right on target. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with the lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Can't get him to the ground. And the ball's on the ground. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
The Houston offense comes onto the field. Now the toss. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. He's still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
It's complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, They're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, they were going to see some quick game, and nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense?
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The aerial assault continues. He caught it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
Outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time.
Touchdown, Arizona State! And the beatdown has ensued. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Houston, 21.
Fair catch, called for and made. Here comes the Houston offense once again. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
The offense lining up for a first down play. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll go to the air. It's complete to the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
They've got him spread out on 2nd and 7, 2 wide out to either side. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the right. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Takes it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Sun Devils! They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Nebraska is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Tom Osborne, this has not been a blowout today in Lincoln. They're up by 7 over Eastern Michigan. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
Man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game. And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Third down play from the gun. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff to the single running back. Breaks the tackle. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do